Hello. Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday, isn't it? Wednesday. I thought Wednesday and Tuesday came out of my face. So Wednesday. It is Wednesday, isn't it? Whenever you work for yourself, whenever you work from home, you don't know what day it is. I'm going to be very honest with you. If you're not in that position yet where you're working from home, it very quickly just turns into my life's cool, and I don't know. I don't know what day it is, but I know that things are awesome. I don't know why it says it's unable to connect to chat. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, let me know who you guys are that are watching. I see 8 of you are watching, but I have no idea who you are because unlike Facebook, YouTube does not tell me that stuff. So what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about This Is the Way. Has anybody watched Mandalorian? I adore Mandalorian. So good. Baby Yoda. Whenever I told Mike the topic that I wanted to talk about tonight, we were both like, we should do like This Is the Way, because it's like guru stuff is what we're going to talk about. And who you're listening to, who are you listening to? Mike is making a tea for me right now. Whenever he comes down, I'm going to ask him about why it says unable to connect to chat. So first of all, ask your questions in here. If this is your very first time to a video and you have made it through my rambling, make sure that you click on subscribe and then also click the bell to get notified. If you have already clicked the bell to get notified but are not actually getting notified, check your Google settings, okay? YouTube settings are also living in your Google settings. I don't know why it says unable to connect to chat here. Oh, thank you. Yes, this is the T I speak of. See, I don't know why it says that. I don't know if people are talking.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Maybe if I see on the YouTubes. Is this in the app? Let me turn down the volume. There it is. Oh, yeah, people are here. Well, I'll just watch it on my phone.
Okay. Yeah,
here we go. Let's just watch me on my phone. Gina, hey, caught you live. Haha, yes, never know what day it is. Yes, right? Never. Ina, hello from Illinois. Ina, where are you in Illinois? Do you know that I'm from Central Illinois? That's where I was born and raised. Country girl. Born on a farm. Nope. Born in a hospital. Raised on a farm. Hi from Philly. Philly, that's awesome.
You were born on top of a hospital?
I wasn't born on top of a hospital. You're making jokes. We have a 5-year-old that needs you. Thank you so much for the tea. Eric, I'm here, Heather Barnes from Golden 6 and 20 to 30 off Facebook. Yes. Donna, hi from Albany. Awesome. Maxine, hey Martha. Maxine from Phoenix, listening from my car. How awesome is that? I have everybody telling me that I need to do a podcast, you guys. And I'm like, just watch the YouTube channel. I don't need to do a podcast. I love you guys so much. I don't need to do a podcast. Just watch me on YouTube. Let's just do that. Let's just do that. Podcast is another step. Let's just do YouTube. Effingham area. Girl, I lived in Effingham. Green eggs in Effingham. That's the joke, isn't it? I lived there for less than a year. But I lived in Effingham. Bartended at, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, it's been so long ago. It was like, so I don't think it was about a pirate, but I think it was like some sort of, I can't remember. What are the names of the bars in town? It was kind of like a dive bar. But they would have like shows there sometimes. Man, that was a long time ago. Sarah, hey girl, hey. Hey. Barb Heller from Wisconsin. May, hi Martha, hello. Tony, hey. Hello. Mizey, hi from Minnesota. That's awesome. Sarah, no podcast. I got to see your pretty savvy face. Oh my gosh, I have absolutely zero makeup on, except for some of the makeup that I have on from yesterday. I do not suggest that, but you know, it is what it is. That's just how it is right now. We got a real life mom in the house. May, Lumberton, New Jersey here. Oh, that's awesome. Sherry, hey, hello. Maxine, I just prop it up and listen. Easy. See, Maxine, I just need you to go all over the Facebooks and be like, hey, listen, Martha doesn't need a podcast. Just prop up the phone and listen. Katie Lynn, how many members did you have on your team when you hit gold? Oh my gosh. People have been asking me this lately. First of all, it's the wrong metric. Don't pay attention to it, but I will tell you. it was, oh man, I think it was about 400 when I hit gold, maybe a little less than 400 when I hit gold. Sherry, hello from Wisconsin, but I also have an ER average of over $150 a person. So that's why I'm saying it's the wrong metric to pay attention to, because you can have a bunch of members and nobody's actually buying anything. So like we need to pay attention to like ER average and that sort of thing. Sherry, hello from Wisconsin. Sarah, OMG, open a sober bar. Martha's Club Red. Did you just do that? I need to prop this up right here so I can see you guys. See there. Katie Lynn, cool. I was curious. Great ER average. When they love it, they love it. They love it. So, and I'm not mad at it at all because I also love it. So tonight what we're going to talk about is, it's a really, who do you have as your mentor? Who is your mentor? Okay. Who are you getting your coaching from? And really, I want to just give you guys a heads up that if you get your coaching from too many people, then you're going to confuse your own success, if that makes sense. Okay. So I have one mentor and one mentor alone. I do not get my coaching from anybody else. I get my coaching from one person and that's it. And Mike and I both get coaching from that person, both. And that's all that we do, right? Because if we were to confuse, ourselves by being mentored by more than one person, then what's going to happen is everybody has their own style, right? And their own thing that they're good at. And if you start following too many people and trying to implement too many successful things, too many things that have been successful for those people, can you already start to see what happens? What happens there is you're going to go right back into throwing stuff at the wall. Because you're going to be like, I'm going to try this and I'm going to try that and I'm going to try that. You try 3 things at once, you guys, not one of them is going to work. Not one of them is going to work. It's like trying to chase 3 rabbits, right? You're not going to catch any one of those rabbits, not one of them, okay? But if you take one successful thing and you do, and it's truly successful, right? I mean, we're going to get in just a second to make sure that you're being mentored by people that actually are where you want to be, right? But you take one successful thing and you work at implementing that successful thing and you're golden, right? Then you're good. But here's the deal. You have too many things going, too many coals in the fire from like all of these different people, then it's going to be a mess, you guys. It's going to be a mess. Here's the thing. Here's a funny story about when I was told someone would not coach me. I got turned down by a coach. Let me tell you about that in just a second. I fired a coach once, and then I got turned down by a coach, and I was ticked. I was really, really ticked. But then I realized that it was a good thing. But I'll tell you in just a second. Sarah, hashtag, I just went there. You, Martha Krejci, is my mentor. I also love sitting at Mama Mary's feet. I wish I could do that more often. Oh, I love that. Kristen, oh man. Well, shoot, you guys. I like to be accessible. I like to be real. I like to be somebody that can be a mentor. I like that. So I really appreciate that, you guys. That's the me of 5 years ago would have been like, oh, shucks, stop it or whatever. But like, that's what I do strive to be your guys' mentor. Honestly, like I do. And I'm not doing this video to say like, only listen to me, only listen to whoever your mentor is, right? If it's me, then yeah. Then yeah. But if it's somebody else, that's cool too. But make sure you're just listening to them, because don't try to confuse the topic. Don't confuse the conversation. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Sherry, Martha, you are it, my love. Oh, shucks. Ashley, girl, can you give a shout out to my boys, Preston and Vaughn? They love watching and ask if you can say hi to them. Hi, Preston and Vaughn. Oh, you guys just moved, didn't you? These little guys, they just moved. Probably, what is it, a couple hours away from all of your friends? Oh, are you guys making new friends now? I bet you are. I bet you're totally making new friends. And you get to stay home with mom, and mom gets to play with you. Oh my gosh. Also, mom, did you get a haircut? I saw a picture of you on Facebook, and I'm like, I love her hair, and I feel like you got your hair cut, but you let me know. Sarah, I think I'm at the too many things that work point, but at least they all come from you, so there are the common threads. If they're all from me, that's fine. Because listen, here's the deal. If they're all from me, like you said, the common thread, right? If they're all from me, they're all different parts of the same like system. Like it's all, if you look at what I do in its vast expanseness like this, can you see my spray tan? They missed a spot right here. Anyway, in my vast expanseness, that's not a word, I don't think. I think it's just expanse, but either way, I digress. If you look at all of that, what I do is I teach you guys, okay, here's this system. And here's the base, right? So go for gold. Here's the base. Here's everything that like everything plugs into. So if you look at it like Legos, it's like the platform piece, you know, the little flat piece on the bottom that everything else plugs into. That's like golden six or go for gold. And then you have your different things that create the buildings, right? So you've got 20 and 30, and you've got bring on the builders. And those are things that just add on to go for gold. So like that's the whole, whenever you're learning from me, it's all part of one big thing anyway. But you throw like some random stuff in there, and do not be surprised when it sort of like spits out the other side, because it doesn't belong there. And it's not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just it's self-contained. It doesn't need anything else. Does that make sense? Let me see. I'm sorry, I have to look at my phone. Writing is so little. This is embarrassing. Sherry, I've learned more from you than anyone else ever. Oh my word, I love it. Ashley, oh man, they are super fangirling. Haha, and thanks. That's so kind. Yes, I did a little while back. It looks, seriously, girl, it looks gorgeous. It looks really gorgeous. I want to get my hair cut short again. But I do and I don't. You know, I go through those things. Sarah, I bet the person that wouldn't coach you is kicking themselves in the butt now. Well, you're going to find out why they wouldn't coach me. Katie Lynn, me too, Sherry. Ah, you guys are the sweetest ever. So I need to take a drink of that. Okay, and this is sideways. I'm sorry, you guys. Sarah, I agree with Sherry other than corporate. Corporate's lit. I mean, that's a great... Corporate's great to learn from, right? I mean, that's wise. That's just wise. I am not corporate. We do rub elbows and stuff, but I am not corporate. Okay, so there were two coaches that one coach I started being coached by, and eventually he came around to letting me know that he did not believe that I could be so heart-centered in my business and still be successful. He said that I was too, what was the word that he used? I can't remember the word that he used. Basically, it's too heart-centered, like too thinking of other people. He told me that I was too much of that, and that I wasn't going to be successful, and that I had to rein that in. And that is when I fired him. Because that is not something, you can't rein that in on me. You can't. I will make my own business. I will run this, and I will be heart-centered all day long, and I will be loving people while I'm doing it. You do not have to trade success for loving on people. It does not look like you can be successful or you can love on people. Pick one. It's not like that. True success is both of them. You love on people, which then makes you successful. That is true success. I do not care what people are out there saying. You just have to, who cares about loving on people? And they won't say who cares about loving on people, because that's not a popular thing to say. They're not going to say that, but what they're going to hammer home is success at any cost. Success at any cost. Success at any cost. You guys, no, not success at any cost. Love people at any cost. Success is going to come. Okay? It's a paradigm shift. People don't understand it. They don't understand it. They've been told for so long that you cannot do it that they believe that, and then they pigeon it out to other people. And then all the world thinks, they're all like chattering to each other. All these business coaches and all these people are all chattering to each other saying, oh no, you got it. Yeah, success at all costs. Success at all costs. You can't just go loving on people. And God bless this speaker that I saw not too long ago, but he even said at a big event, he even said, and I hear these people, that you just want to hug your team members and that sort of thing. And that's what he was saying. He's like, you can't be that way. Like, that is the way you are. That's exactly the way that you need to be. That's 100% the way that you need to be, because it's not just business. If it's only business, you're in the wrong business. If we're talking about Young Living, you guys, which a lot of you are Young Living people that are watching this, if we're talking about Young Living and it's only about business, you're in the wrong business. I love you so much. You need to move on to another business. You can be successful only treating it like a business. Okay. Now, I'm not saying don't treat it like a business, but I'm saying you have to love people first, and then you have to throw the business stuff into it. And that's what I show you how to do. But we have to, it's a whole thing. Sorry. Soapbox. Sorry. Let me see. Sarah, he didn't believe it because that wasn't a standard he wanted to hold himself to. Yeah, 100%. Barb, empathetic? No, I can't remember the word. Do you remember the word he used, Mike? I don't know where Mike is. He's probably just going to say something on here. Sarah, hashtag culture shifter. That's it. I just don't accept the norm. I don't accept it. I don't accept what people tell me. I don't accept what they tell. See, I don't even accept language. I do my own, right? I simply don't accept it. And we can change it, and we can do it a different way, and it's proven. So why on earth would I do any less? Why would I do any less that actually makes people feel worse? Why would I do that? It doesn't make any sense at all. Sarah, dude, I've seen you cry because you couldn't hug people that aren't even on your direct team. Still your team, though. Hashtag us line. Yes, I have done that. That was like heavy crying. Sherry, so loving on my downline peeps. How do you know when you should stop gifting or incentivizing them? Don't. You don't stop gifting or incentivizing them, but you incentivize behavior that you would like to see continue, right? That's what you incentivize. So that's the only thing you need to shift is what are you incentivizing? Incentivize behavior that you would like to see continue. So if they're sharing with their friends, or if they tell you they had a conversation with somebody, incentivize that behavior. That's something that you would like to see continue, because at the end of the day, the more that we talk to people, the more people are going to get woke to what we're doing, right? And that's the end goal. So incentivize those behaviors. Okay, so I fired that guy. That was that coach. And it was so funny because he was like some sort of, Fortune 500 coach. I don't know. I was like, dude, no. So this girl just fired you. This girl that you think loves too much just fired you. So go sit on that for a minute. Go see what that feels like for a bit. I never thought of the irony of that until right now. That's funny. I'll be giggling about that all night probably. So the second person is like a big online coach. Sherry, find their love language. There are non-monetary incentives. Oh yeah. Most incentives are non-monetary. You definitely don't need to spend money on stuff. Definitely not. I don't ever want people to spend money on me, for sure. Hashtag get woke. Seriously. So the second coach was a big internet coach. And I applied for her. This has been a couple years ago. I applied for her coaching or whatever. And and then I got an email back that said, she said, how did she say it? She said, you don't qualify. So as I started reading it, I was like, I don't what? She goes, you don't qualify for this coaching. And then she went on to say this, basically that I knew more than she did. Because in the coaching, there were questions. And she was basically saying, you're not going to learn from this. Like, I'm not going to take you on as a client because you already know too much. Like that was basically what she was saying to me. And so in that like rejection, which I was ticked because getting rejected, I'm 60% red, y'all. Getting rejected, I was like, wait, what? By a coach? What? And this was somebody that was going to cost like 20 grand or something. I don't know. And so whenever she rejected me, at first I was really ticked and I wanted to respond back and I wanted to just like really like lay into her and get snotty. And then, and then when I read the sentence, like, and I wish I could remember exactly what she said, but it was basically like, I can't take you on because you already know all of the stuff that I would coach you on. There's nowhere I can take you. I can't take you anywhere else other than where you already are. And then I was like, oh, and it was so interesting, you guys, because I didn't realize that. I was looking to her as this big internet coach. I was looking to her for coaching because I was like, oh, I bet she could teach me something extra that I don't know. And then I got rejected because I was on her level already. Isn't that an interesting concept, you guys? Isn't it an interesting concept that you look to these people and you're like, oh, this is going to be so great. And then the person says like, I can't even, like they're just charging a bunch of money and blah. And then they say to you, like, you're on my level. I can't do this. It would be like, you know, it's not going to be helpful. I'm not going to be able to coach you. You're already past this. And that's how I realized I was past that. Right. Everybody remember the story about the teacher that told the kids, right? I tell it probably once a week, at least. This week it's been, I think, 3 times so far. But the teacher with the kids, right? The kids that take tests and they all have like these low test scores. And the only thing that changed in their environment was that she started talking to them every single day like they were brilliant, telling them how smart they were, like really just playing into the fact that they were so brilliant. And then their test scores started going up. And what was happening was they were rising to the expectation. Isn't that so cool? And so whenever this coach told me, it was almost like I got free coaching. Isn't that cool? It's almost like I got free coaching just by her rejecting me and saying like, no, I can't coach you. And then I got to rise up to like, oh, all right, well, I'll own that. I'll own that you can't coach me. I'll own that I know more than I give myself credit for. I'll own that and really seek, right? And then start like developing those inner skills and things like that. But the whole point of the conversation tonight, you guys. Well, let me look at the comments here and then we'll get to the point. May, goodness, I lost the live chat and my almost 14-year-old came in to show me how to get it back. Oh, I love it. Sarah, now I believe that. May, thank you, Martha, for showing up and deciding to do the thing. I had been fearful because I was told the same thing as you. Oh, wow. See, we change it. We change it. We shift it. You're not going to tell me no. You're not going to tell me I can't do something. If you want to tell me I can't do something, then watch me do it because that's what's going to happen. Don't tell me I can't do something. That's most certainly the way to get me to do something. May, yes, God pushes you out so you can become the leader you've been looking for. Yes, Sarah, self-fulfilling prophecy. It was It was amazing. It was crazy. So the point, the this is the way point is be mindful of who your mentor is, and that your mentor is where you want to be. And also that where you want to be isn't just one thing, right? Let me hang on. I'll expand on that in a second. Where you want to be is business. Where you want to be is life. Where you want to be is freedom. Where you want to be is how you work within your family. Where you want to be is, you know, if you want to travel, what do you want life holistically? What do you want life to be like? And then look for a mentor that is illustrating that to you, that is modeling that behavior to you. Because a person that is there is the only person on the planet that can show you how to get there. Okay? People, as they're moving through different phases of their life, everybody's going to have different dynamic mentors, right? And they're usually pretty accessible because they're pretty close to where you are. Sometimes it's further away, but it's close on enough points, like family and life and all of that. It's close enough where you're like, the business part might not be right super close to where you're at, but everything else is close. So what happens? You can align with all of this and say, hey, that's me. I can do this, right? I've got this life that's everything else. Like, I'm doing this and I love that. This person is showing up and showing me how to do this. And then they've got this piece down too. So if I'm exactly like this, then I know I can do this, right? That's the thing, is a lot of people, they look for these mentors, and these mentors are so extremely different than the people that are looking to them. And then it's very hard to bridge that divide, right? Because somebody on this side is going to look at a mentor over here and just look down like, I don't even know how I'm going to get over there. It's like you can love them from afar, but how do you get there? And a good mentor is going to model that to you, is going to explain to you, here's how you do it. A good mentor will not keep secrets, okay? If you have a mentor that seems like they're holding things back, or like you're not getting the full story, stop following that mentor. That is not a good mentor. Okay. That is a person trying to make a business off of their life. And there's nothing wrong with that, but that is not a good mentor, you guys. Okay. Because you'll never know what's really happening. And if you don't know what's really happening, and I was going to say you can't become that person, which you don't want to, but you can't duplicate. You can't duplicate what that person has done if they're not showing you all the cards. You know what I'm saying? If they're showing you 2 cards, but they've got 4 close to the vest, then that's not how you, that's not a good mentor, you guys. It's not a good mentor. It's somebody that is just, I'm not going to go into all that. It's not a good mentor. I'm going to pick this up. Let me see. Kitty Lynn, OMG, I'm the same way. Sarah, that's why I love you. You check all the boxes. You're definitely an answer to prayer. Oh, shucks. Sherry, I am so struggling with balancing it all. I am greedy and want it all. LOL, it's affecting my health. Oh, gosh. Amen, Sarah. Martha is everything I've been praying for. You guys are the sweetest. So first of all, with your awesome pointers, thanks, May. With your struggling to have it all, let's talk about that for a second. So first of all, the speech, let's do some Bob stuff here, okay? I am not Bob. Bob is Bob, and Bob is amazing. However, I do practice Bob stuff. And when I say Bob, I mean Robert Tennyson Stevens, right? Our buddy Bob. But let's do some Bob stuff practice, some conscious language practice here. Is that okay, Sherry? I'm going to assume so, and I'm just going to start because there's a lag here. So, when you say I am struggling, I bought his book. Good. Have you read his book? When you say I bought his book, I need to, yes, Bob stuff. Hashtag Bob stuff. I'm going to have to send this video to him. He's going to crack up. You know what Mike called him earlier? We were driving to go pick Nora up from school, and Mike was like, you know who Bob reminds me of? It's like been bothering me. You know who he reminds me of? Like not like visually, but like energetically, who he reminds Mike of. And I was like, no, who? He's like, Papa Smurf. And I was like, oh my gosh, he's totally like Papa Smurf. And I have to share that with him too. I love that guy. Mike Bob stuff. Yes, Bob is the bomb. He totally is. Starting. Okay, cool. Love Bob. Man, he's a good one. He's a good one, you guys. Oh, we're doing some stuff too. Just so you guys know, there's some stuff coming around the bend. I have a dad that is Papa Smurf. Oh man. I keep telling hubby Dr. Bob. Yeah. That's why you guys had the Papa Smurf status. Oh man. Isn't that cool? That is why Mike had the Papa Smurf status. That is where that came from. Yeah, you've been paying attention. Yes. What was I saying? So what you're talking about, what you just said, that statement that you said, why am I trying to use my computer here? Sherry, the statement that you said is I am. First of all, I am were the first two words of what you said. I am is I am, right? We know what I am actually stands for. So what you said after that was, I am so struggling with balancing with it all. I am greedy and want it all. It's affecting my health. So if it were me, and I'm not going to judge your speech or anything. If it were me, this is what I would say. I would say, I have an opportunity to balance my life. See how that feels different? I have an opportunity to balance my life. I have it all, not I'm greedy and want it all. There's nothing wrong with having it all. Okay. When you say I'm greedy and I want it all, you naturally, first of all, let's understand that you can never have that which you despise. Okay. So if you think that it's bad to be greedy or that it's greedy at all, if you think that it's greedy to want it all, it's not. We are divine beings. We came in with it all. We lost it all, right? But we came in with it all. We just peel back the layers and we do have it all. Okay. Does that make sense? So I have it all, and hold no judgment over that statement. I have it all, right? I would use some Believe oil if you have it right now too. And then where was the other one? It's affecting my health. My health, how would we say this? It's affecting my health. My health is always, I am always healthy. I am always healthy. I always feel good. I am healthy. I am healthy. When you say it's affecting my health, you start to move down a rabbit hole of continuing to affect your health. Okay. And even saying those things takes you into a different place. I don't care if you believe it or not. I don't care if you believe me or not. It is what it is, right? I mean, it is what it is. So I would work on those statements and just redefine them. The most important part of that sentence to me is that that looking at being greedy, the looking at having it all like it's a bad thing. Okay, that's the scariest part of your sentence. Of that whole sentence, to me, the scariest part is looking at having it all like it's a bad thing. Okay, because that's a self-limiting belief that can affect everything. Okay. So that's why we want to say, I have it all. I have it all and I love it. I remember when I had everything I ever wanted. I remember when I didn't want for a thing. I remember when I was carefree. I remember when is the easiest way to sort of like trick yourself into this. I remember when I laughed easily. I remember when my members for my team just came flooding to me. I remember when everybody was happy and was making money and they all were enjoying the business and they all were feeling good and their families were happy. I remember when I was the source of happiness. I feel like that one hit something. I remember when I was the source of happiness. Like that's the kind of language and that's the kind of stuff, you guys, that we need to be doing. And this is bigger than business, right? And that's where I lead business from my heart. And I don't this nothing is ever just business to me, right? But business is what allows us to weave in making money and making an income with serving others. So like if business didn't exist, then I wouldn't get to be here in front of you, right? So like we weave those things in and then we get to like have these dynamic relationships. Okay, let me see what you're saying because I cannot see. Sherry, I have a, oh yeah. Mike, Papa Smurf helped raise me. Oh. Sherry, I have an awesome opportunity to balance my life. I have it all. Boom! Already then. Yes, I believe you. Yes! Katie Lynn, oh, I love that, Mike. Love the language you are using. Sherry, this is the language you are using. This isn't about me. This is 100% about you, Sherry. And I love that you came on tonight and allowed for that to happen. That was totally cool. I want to hear, a lot like how Heather wants to hear the miracles whenever she does the AFT sessions in 20 and 30 and in Diamond Lane. I want to hear your miracles. Report the miracles. Report when they happen. We all need to be reporting our miracles because people are in a world of disbelief. They're in a world of disbelief and they don't know what to count on. And they don't believe that these things can happen to people. They just don't. And then what happens is you go down this rabbit hole of not believing, and then your life ends up in, a manifestation of what that looks like, right? That's really just what it is. It's a creation. We create our opportunities or we create our failure, right? Let's stop creating our failure. Let's instead create an opportunity where we can grow and we can get better because it takes the same amount of work. It takes the same amount of work. What are you going to do? May, yes, envisioning and bodily embracing what you are saying. Actually feel those words and seeing it. Yes, Maisie, conscious language is a game changer. 100%. It is absolutely a game changer. Oh, goodness, guys. Well, I am going to pop off of here and I am going to be live in the Gold Getters group. And this is just for tonight. For those of you that are on live stream, if you're watching it later, this isn't going to make sense to you. So I do need to say that. But I'm going to be live in the Gold Getters group at 8 p.m. Okay, Central Standard Time. So that's in about an hour. And we're going to be looking at real life results. We're going to be talking to somebody from, I think we're doing Bring on the Builders. Yeah. Oh, man, I love Bring on the Builders. Okay. Well, that is it. Oh, Sarah, I love that you coach us, but don't shove it down our throat. I've literally had people interrupt me to change my verbiage, massively undermining, invalidating, and patronizing. That is not, yeah. Thank you for understanding that that is not my goal to do that because it was 100% not. Student group or because of Gary? Because of Gary, Maisie. Sherry, I need to clarify to you more. I had swagger at an event on Saturday and touched many people. I also have fibromyalgia that irritates the heck out of me, and I'm paying for it Saturday still. Oh, my word. I see. That, yes. I hear you. I hear you on that. Sherry, woohoo, Sarah. Yeah, that's awesome, Sarah. Oh, okay. All right, you guys. Well, I will see you in the Gold Getters group in about an hour. Bye-bye, you guys.